everyone. I am Janine Davis of James Davis and Associates. I believe everyone can succeed and be happy with right encouragement, inspiration, and motivation. I'm here to provide some of that with today's confidence tip of the day. That tip is when there are problems, show up. You don't have to solve them all, but when there are problems, show up. There are going to be problems all your life, and some of them are going to be too big for you to solve alone. So what? Show up anyway. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that when there are problems around, you can show up and do your best. You may not be able to solve the problem, but so what? Do your best. Work towards a solution. If you can just solve a little bit of the problem. So instead of there being a need for 50 people, you show up, now there's a need for 49. Show up. When you show up and put forth your best efforts, you can boost your confidence because you are doing what you should do as a person to make the world a better place. We all have an obligation to make the world a better place than we found it. And it doesn't have to be the whole wide, large world. It can simply be your world, your home, your family, your community, your church, your neighborhood, your city. Start where you can get in where you fit in, as the young people say. Give your best efforts to solving the problems where you are. Now, keep in mind, you do not have to be perfect. In fact, boost your confidence with the knowledge that when you show up to solve problems, you don't have to be perfect. You simply have to show up and do your best. And you want to do your best because that's what you deserve. Did you understand what I just said? You deserve you showing up and doing your best. It's not about what the world deserves or what anyone else deserves. It's about the fact that you deserve your best efforts in everything you do. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that you showed up and did your best to solve problems because you're going to feel better. When you do your best, you never have that, well, I would have did this and I could have did this and I should have did that. Instead, you know, hey, I gave the best I had to that situation, so therefore I have no regrets. There's no room for regrets. When there are problems, show up. Show up and try. Don't hide under the carpet. Don't go hide under the covers. There are problems. My house is dirty. My grades are bad. I'm about to lose my job for poor performance. Do not hide under the covers. Do not just simply try and ignore it all. Show up and do your best. The house is dirty. Clean one spot. You may have a house that looks like a hoarder's episode. Start with one little corner. Okay, I got rid of 3 pieces of trash today. That is success. That is a good thing because you showed up. You tried. You did your best. You got rid of something. Tomorrow you do more. It may take you 3 years to clean that hoarder's house by yourself. But when you're showing up, doing your best, and giving your best efforts to the problem, you have nothing to regret because you're doing what you should do. When it comes to your job, maybe you've been a horrible employee. Let today be the day you show up, get to work on time, leave on time, and work while you're there. Instead of working 4 out of the 8 hours, work the whole 8 hours. Do your job. Give your best efforts. When it comes to school, maybe you've been an F student all your life. Let today be the day you work on being a better student. Get some tutors, read some different books, try and learn in a different way. Ask for help. Show up and do your best. Try. Now, as you're trying, sometimes it's discouraging. Sometimes it's really hard when you are trying to solve a problem. You can't solve it alone. The problem needs to be solved. And sometimes it's defeating and it makes you mad at yourself, mad at other people. Don't fall into that trap. If you are showing up, if you are doing your best, you are doing all that's required, all that can possibly be expected. You're doing. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that while you are showing up to solve problems, while you are doing your best, keep loving. Keep loving yourself. Keep loving those around you. Keep loving the fact that you are trying to make the world a better place. Don't give up on love just because the problem is huge and sometimes seems insurmountable. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing your best. Keep working to solve the problem. Now, another thing, when you're trying to show up and solve these problems, give yourself some grace. Seriously, don't say, wow, I didn't solve that problem. Woe's me. The people around me didn't solve the problem. Woe's them. No, instead say, hey, I showed up. I did my best. I did the best I could possibly do to solve this problem. So I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to cut myself some grace because I did my best. I'm going to cut those around me some grace because they're doing their best. We haven't solved this problem yet, but we are boosting our confidence with the knowledge that we showed up to try. We showed up to give our best efforts. And sometimes you just can't fix a problem, but show up, try, give your best efforts because the reality is you never know who's around you, who's looking, who's watching. There may be someone who sees you show up day after day after day after day trying to solve the problem. And your effort, your trying, your continued hard work, your continued best efforts will encourage that person behind you to step up. And maybe their best efforts will solve the problem. And if so, that's a good thing. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that when you show up to solve problems, even if you don't solve them, you are doing a good thing. You are encouraging those around you. You may not see them. In this room right now, I don't see anybody. But there are people watching this video who are going to show up, who are going to try, who are going to do magnificent, marvelous things. And that's a good thing. I am happy to see that. I'm happy to be part of that team because teamwork makes the dream work. So show up, be part of the team that does it. Be proud of what you do. When you are giving your best efforts, even if you don't solve the problem, that's something to be proud of because you didn't let discouragement overtake you. You didn't let overwhelm overtake you. You didn't let the fact that you did not succeed in solving the problem overtake you. Be proud of the fact that you kept trying, that you showed up. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that it's okay to be proud of yourself even if you don't solve the problem. The world is imperfect. And guess what? So are you. So am I. We are all imperfect. And when we put forth our efforts, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But no matter what, if we are doing our best, if we were showing up to solve problems, if we are doing what we're supposed to do, we should be happy. We should boost our confidence with the knowledge that we did our best. We showed up, we tried, we did our part to help solve the problem. And then those around us can do their parts. Eventually, problems get solved. Who knows when it's going to happen? Who knows when the problem's going to be solved? That's not the important part, quite frankly, when it comes to this discussion. The important part is there's a problem. You showed up to give your best efforts to fix it. That is a wonderful thing. Do it. Show up like a grown up to solve problems. You are going to be so glad that you did it. Now, there's still going to be problems after you're done, but so what? You showed up. Boost your confidence with the knowledge that if you show up and do your best efforts to solve a problem, even if the problem's not solved, it is okay. You have done a good thing, and that should boost your confidence. Now, listen, if you need more tips, tricks, and ideas on how to create the confidence you need to succeed, head on over to Janine'sWorld.com. I have got Oh, when you get there, click on the Creating Confidence tab. When you do, you're going to see books, you're going to see articles, you're going to see videos, all kinds of tools that will help you create the confidence you need to succeed in your world. I also have a contact form at the bottom of the page. Please use it. Let me know how these confidence tips are helping you. What would you like to see in future confidence tips? As a matter of fact, if you have a tip that's working for you in your world, share it with me so I can share it with my audience. You never know what you have to say that's going to help someone else. If you need to get in touch with me so that we can work together, use that form. Get in touch with me so we can talk. We can work together to help you create the confidence you need to succeed. Okay? And I'll see you next time with another confidence tip of the day. Bye, everybody.